This video tells you how to block specific users from accessing PowerShell or other Windows applications using the Group Policy Editor in the Pro and Enterprise editions of Windows. Before you begin, have you made a backup of your computer recently? I recommend making full backups of your computer on a regular basis. So instead of doing it because it's time, make it part of your weekly routine. If this is a computer in your home, pick something you do once a week and make it part of that routine. If you go to dinner and a movie on a Friday night, before you go, start your backup. Do your main grocery shop on a Tuesday, use that. Church on Sunday, golf on Saturday, bridge or poker with friends. Most people have something they do once a week. Just give yourself the rule you have to start your backup before you go. Why not automate backups? Backups are not just for when a drive dies, or your computer gets messed up. Backups are also for things like loss of computer because of fire, theft, lightning, floods, etc. In these cases, when you are doing an automatic backup, the drive is right there and is lost in the fire, stolen by the thief, destroyed by the natural disaster. Therefore, it is best to make the backup, then remove the drive from the area to keep it safe. In my nearly 40 years working with customers and their computers, I have seen each of these things happen multiple times. I've finished my nagging lecture, so on with the instructional part of the video. To block applications for a user, you need to be logged in as the user that you want to make changes to. Make sure you are not doing this in your administrator account. First thing I need to do is get the Group Policy Editor running with administrator privilege. In my previous videos, I showed how to launch it using an elevated command prompt and an elevated PowerShell. Here is a third way to get into the Group Policy Editor while logged into your standard user's account. Click Start and type gpedit.msc. You have to type the entire thing so that you see gpedit.msc. Now we can click the Run as Administrator on the right. You could also right-click on gpedit.msc, then click Run as Administrator. Personally, since I already have my fingers on the keyboard, I use Ctrl+Shift and tap Enter. Whichever way you do it, you will get the Windows user account control asking for a password to the administrator's account. Simply type that password and hit Enter or click OK. You are now in the Group Policy Editor with the ability to make changes. To make this easier to see, I have made it full screen and pre-widened my columns. The first thing we need to open is the Administrator Templates under User Configuration. Make sure you open the one under User Configuration, and not the one under Computer Configuration. Now that we've opened Administrative Templates, we click on System. Now on the right side, double-click on Don't Run Specified Windows Applications. Once you click to Enable this policy, you will be allowed to create a list of disallowed applications. I will now click to enable the policy, then click on the Show in the Options section. To add a program to the list, you need to know the name of the executable file. Do not use the full path, just the actual executable. For the first program, PowerShell, that I am going to add to the list, I will show you how to find the executable, if you don't know it. For the first step in finding the file name for PowerShell, you click on the Start menu, and type PowerShell. Now right-click on the Windows PowerShell, then click on Open File Location. This did not actually take us to the real file location, instead it took us to where the shortcut is located. To find the file, you will need to right-click on the shortcut, in this case Windows PowerShell. Note that you can tell it is a shortcut because it has a curved arrow in the lower left corner of the icon. Once you've right-clicked the shortcut, you will get a menu. Click on Properties. It should be the last item in the pop-up menu. Now that we have the Properties window up, we simply copy the last part of the target line. Everything after the last backslash. I will use my mouse to highlight just that part of the line. Now that I've highlighted PowerShell.exe, I simply copy it. You can right-click then choose Copy. I will simply use the keyboard and do a Ctrl+C. We can leave this running and make sure the next step works before closing it. For the next step, if you can see it, click the Show Contents window. If not, highlight the scroll representing the Group Policy Editor, then click the Show Contents window. Now we are back to where we create our list of applications that this user is now allowed to run. Click on the empty box under Value twice. The first click selects it, the second allows you to enter data. This time I will use the mouse and right-click method to paste. Here is the right-click menu. I am simply choosing to paste what is in the buffer. Now we have PowerShell.exe as our first item. I will go ahead and add a few more to the list. I have completed my list, so the next step is to simply click OK. I have added Task Manager out of curiosity. I want to know if it will block Task Manager from loading using keyboard shortcuts. If you are done, you can click OK. If, like me, you want to test it, click Apply instead. I have brought up PowerShell in the Start menu. If I click on it, nothing happens, no error, and the menu even stays up. When I click the Run as Administrator on the right, I'm told, the item you selected is unavailable. It might have been moved, renamed, or removed. Do you want to remove it from the list? As for my test, it seems to have blocked me from Task Manager. I cannot get to it via the Start menu, Ctrl+Shift+Escape, or from using Ctrl-Alt-Delete and selecting it there. This concludes this video. If you found it helpful, please click the like button. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell for notifications. If you would like a video on a specific topic, please leave a comment below and I will consider it.